Welcome to your Inspirational Astrology Horoscope for Tuesday, January 7th, 2014. I am astrologer David Palmer, the Leo King, here to illuminate the collective consciousness. My Destiny Sparks January 2014 webinar is available for download now at inclusiveastrology.com. And speaking of sparks, we have got a big cardinal cross in the sky today. Look at this thing. You can see all the planets squaring off each other, big oppositions, tug of wars, meeting with these big squares. This is energy. And when you do have a moon in Aries, coming over Uranus squaring Pluto, this is action. This could be drama. This could just be things are happening today. You are engaged in this reality. Things are spicing up here. And especially a moon coming over Uranus, it's like these epiphanies are coming our way. In some cases, some people could really just kind of have a horrible breakdown today, or just, something crazy just changed, unpredictable. This can be one of those days that what happened, And I think how we emotionally deal with this is going to be the lesson today. Emotionally, how do we continue to push forward? The moon is going to oppose Mars. The moon is going to square Pluto. The moon's going to square Jupiter. The moon's also going to come here and square the sun and square Mercury and square Venus. So it's like our emotions are about to go through the next 24 hours quite a lot. About continuing to push forward, continuing to look at our story, to continue to look at ourselves and want to move forward and really check to make sure that our plans and what we're wanting to achieve are in alignment with what we want in our life. And Mercury and Venus, they're beginning their conjunction today. I always give Mercury 1 degree on conjunction, because it's such a small planet. It's like a little piece of sand up there in space. But it really is a day where we're going to have to become more clear, spark up more conversation with relationships, spark up more conversation with the ideas of what we're manifesting within ourselves. These are questions about, are we manifesting correctly, especially in the goals in our life? Are we identifying our lives in the right place? I think today's a day of, if we want to look at the spiritual lesson, are you identifying exactly with what you want? And if you are, this is the day where you start to engage heavily and you start to put a lot of energy in. And this is going to deal with what comfort zones are you going to grow into and leave even maybe? I think Jupiter also has a lot to do with, stepping out of and moving out of an area. And it's so interesting to see this cross just all over the place. I could talk about 1,000 things. The moon is going to square the sun today, and it's going to be the first quarter square of the sun. This is also a check to make sure that you're really seeding correctly your plans, your destiny, because we had a new moon in Capricorn, and here's the moon for the first time going to square that new moon energy. And it's in the middle of a lot. This is not easy for the moon to go through all of this. If you look at the chart, it's like all red. The moon is a big part of the story right now because Jupiter is in Cancer. We're expanding our emotions. We're growing our fields of emotions. And we're in this place of karma and destiny right now where events are happening and we're being triggered in every way. And it's almost like it's so predetermined, like I talked about yesterday, everything that's happening and the people we're meeting. And it's about to, the movie really engages today. It really sparks up. The first scene of this act will happen today. Maybe something wild, maybe something different. Your fears will be tested, your emotions, whether you're going to come into it or want to step out of it. We're going to have to indulge ourselves. We're going to have to really step into this story. There's not much available for stepping out. The universe is wanting us to engage. And there's a lot of engagement that happens today. So I think it's about becoming aware of where you're engaging and just becoming aware, and not being afraid. This is also a moon opposing Mars, and Mars is now starting to square Jupiter. There is a lot happening, and there's a lot that begins today and happening over the next 48, 72 hours, as this is going to be quite a lot happening here. And today, continue to move forward, but check to make sure that your life and what you're pushing forward with and what you're manifesting and who you are is connecting to the right goals, connecting to the right emotions, connecting to the right relationships, connecting to all of these situations. This is where we have to take a microscope to our life, not one that's looking at every nook and cranny, but one that's really tapping into the satisfaction of what you feel you're vibrating in, the satisfaction in the goals that you're in, the satisfaction of the relationships you're in, the satisfaction of what's happening everywhere else. Remember, we are digging to our truth. Saturn in Scorpio wants our truth, wants to get down to the truth. It wants to get down to what we really desire deep down. And when you mix Aries with this, and when you mix all this Capricorn energy, all the energy around right now wants to make something happen. It wants to go into something. It wants to manifest wonderfully. It wants to achieve. Make sure you're identifying correctly with the things that are actually going to make you achieve it. Check out my website, inclusiveastrology.com, if you have any questions or if you want to have a one-on-one reading. Thank you for all of your support, and I will see you guys tomorrow.